Hi everyone, welcome to the part 2 of the data structures. In the first part 1 we have seen the introduction about the data structures and the intro about the linear data structures and what are the data structures that would come under the linear data structures, and also explain the behavior was exhibited by that data structures. Now in that, first we will have to discuss about the array. I have said array would exhibit random insertion and random deletion behavior, right? Now we have to implement this using code. Let's see. Suppose consider one array out there of size 5. Right? Suppose consider this is as memory. One array would get created with size 5, right? Now for the random insertion we will write one method, public void insert. This is the method name. Now I said in the array user has the option to insert an element at random position. So first we will ask the user to enter an element. Enter an element you want to insert. We will store that in one variable, integer variable. I will take that name as int element. Using scanner object I would take that from the console, scan.extend. Now we also ask the user to in which position he want to insert. Enter an position you want to insert an element, right? Now we will store this in position variable. Position equal to scan dot next int. Now we will store this in array using array of position -1 equal to element. Suppose if user has entered an element 10 and position 1, user does not know the in the array indexing would be start from 0, means user has entered in position 1, means we know that in the first position means 0th position the 10 would get 10 should be inserted. So what we will do, if user has entered an element 1, so we will do simply -1. So in the correct position the element would get inserted correctly. So user has entered in 1, means in the first position the element should get inserted, right? So 1 minus 1 0, means array of 0 10 would get inserted, right? This is the purpose of this -1. That's it. This is about the insertion logic, or we can say algorithm. Algorithm is nothing but the logic what we write. Now we have implemented the insertion logic. Now we have to implement the deletion logic, right? So for deletion also I will write one method, public void delete. We will ask user to enter an position you want to delete an element. You want to delete an element, so we will ask the user to enter a position in which you want to delete an element. So we will store that in one variable. I would take int position variable. Using scanner object I would take from this console Simply we will make array of position minus 1 equal to 0. Suppose if user has entered a position 1, means in position 1 whatever element is there, that should get deleted. So 1 minus 1 means first position means 0th position. User entered 1 position, in 0th position the element should get deleted, so we will do minus 1. So array of 0 equal to 0, this 10 would get deleted, 0, right? This is about the deletion logic. Now we have written the insertion logic, deletion logic, and also we have to write the logic for the display also. So I will write one method, public void display. In this simply we will write one for loop. It will start from the 0 until less than array of length minus 1 I plus plus. Simply we will print using system.out.print array of y plus right. That's it. This is about the display, right? We have the logic to insert, delete and display. Now we will create one class to implement this full code. So what I will do, I will write here only. Okay, first I will write class. I will give name as array. In this I will declare one array, integer array I would declare, right? Now I will create one constructor, public array, and we will pass in one variable or parameter to initialize this array. I would pass one integer to initialize this array. How we initialize the array? Array equal to new int of size, right? Now simply we have to copy the methods. Whatever we have written now, that's method should copy here. First insertion logic, right? Simply write public void insert. What we did in the insertion logic, first we asked the user to enter an element, right? We'll store in one variable int element equal to scan dot next int. After that we have to ask the position, in which position user want to insert, enter in position. Simply will store in one variable int position equal to scan dot next int. Sorry, I have forgot the right here one scanner object. So scan equal to new scanner system dot in, right? Simply after that what we'll do, in the position minus 1 we will insert the element, right? This is about the insertion logic. Now we also have to write deletion here. Simple and deletion, what we did, return method like this, void delete. We will ask the user to enter an position in which he want to delete, enter an position. So simply we will store in position variable simply we'll make array of position -1 equal to 0, right? That's it about the deletion. Final write display logic here. Public void display, we'll use for loop. If array of start from the 0 less than till less than array dot length -1 I plus plus, simply we'll print that array element array of I, we'll give some space, we'll close. That's it about the class. Now we have written the class. Now we'll create one main method to call this insertion, display and deletion logic. So what I would do, I will create one main method here. I would take name as public ArrayApp. In that main method would write public static void main string of argument. First we will ask user to enter the size of the array, which size of the array you want to create, right? So first I would create one scanner object to take the input from the console, right? So I'll create one scanner object here, scan equal to new scanner system.in, right? Now we'll ask the user to enter the size of the array. Enter size of the array. Now we will store in one variable int size equal to then scan dot next int. Now we have to pass the size to the that our array class, means we have to initialize that our array. So what we will do, we will create one object, array object, to call that insertion, deletion, whatever we've written here, insertion, deletion logic na. For this class we will create one object, array of, I will take name array equal to new array, right? We will pass size. So while creating the object only, so we will passing size. So user entered size 5. No, while creating the object only, this constructor would get called and array would get initialized with size 5. Now one array would get created with size 5, right? After this we have to give some option so to user to perform the operation. So write enter want to insert, means if you want to insertion you enter key 1, otherwise enter 2 to delete, enter 3 to display, finally enter any other key to exit. If you want to close your program or exit, you should enter any key. Now user has an option insertion object, insertion option, deletion option and display option. So based on this we have to call the methods. So I will use switch case statement. So no, first we have to, if user has entered in 1 means we have to store in one variable na. For this I would take one variable int choice equal to scan dot next int. Whatever user would enter choice, I will take in one variable choice. Now I will use switch based on choice. Based on choice, what I will do, I will call the method. So if case 1 means user has entered key 1, I will call array dot insert method. Break. Now user has entered 2, I will call array dot delete method. Break. If user has entered 3, I would call array dot display. Break. If user has entered any other key, by default what we'll do, we will close the program by writing system.exit 0. Right. Now consider we have given choices but user has entered 1. Now the insert logic would get called and user has entered element 10. Now 10 would get stored here, right? After that was break. After this break, the program would close. So the program should not close until user has to exit. So what we will do, we will write here while true. They should get continually executed until user has entered any other key and exit. Now user can call insert delete display, and until user have to exit, the program should not get closed. This is about the array implementation. If you have any doubts, comment it. If you need full code, I will send. Thank you for the watching.